Hello. So I'm going to show you how to make a Geo Map using the data that you and all of your contacts and my contacts have filled out. Okay. Not an ideal year to do this, but we still have a lot of good results. Okay, so I've made this document here, which is my document, St. Chris Student Travel Plan. So you should make the same document with a similar or just the same title to start with. Okay, so we've got a blank page. The survey that I sent out and that you've shared is here, so you'll recognize this. Took seconds to fill out with just a few questions. Okay, I'm going to press this button down here, edit this form, and it will produce this, and then I can click on responses. So far you can see there's been 37 responses. The more data we have, the better. Now, the genius of this is the more people that respond, it will automatically update whatever graph you produce. Okay. Now, I actually don't need this. Okay, I'm going to produce a spreadsheet by using this button here. And then we have summer travel plans, and then we have the time and date that someone logged in. We don't have their identity, we don't need to know that. Okay, we've got the country that they're going to visit, the main country that they put down, and then we've got how many other countries will they visit, how many people will they be traveling with, the main reason for visiting, and we can just scroll down there and just see that VFR comes up quite a lot, leisure comes up, and then we've got a couple of educations. Okay, it's not easy to see it in a spreadsheet, which is why you make graphs. And then we've got another column here for the other reasons why people are visiting those countries during this summer. Okay, now we are going to make a geomap of the countries that people are visiting to start with, to see the sphere of influence of St. Chris, you could say. All right. So this sheet is the main sheet. So you'll have viewable rights to this sheet, but I'm going to ask you to make a copy of it yourself. So you just go File, make a copy, and then you save it wherever you need to. I'm going to put my initials at the start, and I'm going to put it into the folder that I've created, Student Sheets. Okay. You can save it on your own drive somewhere sensible with a sensible name. All right, so now you have your own copy of that spreadsheet. There we go. Okay, now the only one I want you to start with to make this geomap is the country list. But the problem with this list is that people haven't written down country names properly, what country you're visiting. So we're just going to go through it and correct some answers. So that first one there, Ireland is a country, so fine. London is not a country, so we're going to replace that with United Kingdom. Okay, and I know that comes up quite a few times, so I'm going to copy that. Okay, Bahrain is a country. UK probably works, but I'm just going to be safe and replace that with United Kingdom. Faroe Islands is fine. Greece is fine. Poland is fine. Faroe Islands, I think it's so weird that the Faroe Islands have come up 3 times. Maybe one person going to the Faroe Islands shared it with their family. That would make sense. Okay, that's good for the data. Canada is fine. Now America with a small a is not the name of a country, so I'm going to change that to USA. Okay, Pakistan is fine. Bahrain is fine. United Kingdom, just to be safe, let's just put in United Kingdom. Germany, Australia, England is not a country according to this list. Okay, United Kingdom is the country. England is just a region within the country. I think somebody has put the wrong answer into this box, and I assume that they're going to France. So I am going to just replace that with France. There you've got United States. I'm going to change that to USA, USA, United Kingdom, Australia, Italy, Canada, England, Scotland. Okay, so the country is the United Kingdom according to this list. South Africa, Hawaii, right, well Hawaii is spelled with an A and also is located in the United States, so we will put USA. England, now this person has written a reason here saying they were going to go to England, but because of Crimea, I will not chart. So I would assume they're staying in Bahrain. So I'm going to actually change that to Bahrain. That's where they're going to be in the summer. Portugal, England. Again, we need United Kingdom instead of that. USA, fine. Staying in Bahrain, I need the name of the country, so Bahrain. Saudi, it's Saudi Arabia is the name of the country. London, obviously, is not a country, so we change that to United Kingdom. Philippines is spelt wrong, I think. One L, two P's. Okay. Romania, Bahrain, good. Okay, so if this list goes beyond 37 responses, beyond that 38th row, you will also need to go through people's responses just to check the details and make any corrections, shall we say. Okay, so now we've got the appropriate list of countries. These are all the countries that people from St. Chris are going to. So I'm going to highlight that column. There we go. And then insert chart, and we'll just give that a second to load. There we go. Okay, so we've got a chart here, and we can see just by this bar chart that United Kingdom is the most popular country. Makes sense. It's at St. Chris is a British school. Okay, right. So chart type though, this is where Google Sheets is brilliant. So I'm going to scroll down to the Geo Map, Geo chart down here. Okay. All right, and then we have this instant map of all the countries that St. Chris students are going to. Okay, now we are only showing the amount of people that also put those countries. Now this color scheme I'm not a big fan of, so I'm just going to move this over here, and I'm going to go to customize, and then you can go to chart style, but you don't need, that's fine. Border color, nice deep black. Oh, no, that's horrible. How about, I know, a nice light blue for the sea. Lovely. Okay, and yeah, the border color I'll make black. Perfect. Okay, and then go to Geo, and now we have, now you can separate this down into regions, okay, but obviously we need to look across the whole world. We've got answers across the whole world, so I'm going to leave that as world. Okay, now this red to green color scheme I'm not a fan of, and we need the mild one. So I want one color scheme. So we've got a blue sea, so I'm going to keep it as a green land, just like a lot of our maps are. So the maximum is going to be this deep green. Okay, then no values over here. Now the mid-range we want to have as this middle green. Okay, so we've got this deep green, and then what's that? Dark green 3, dark green 1. Okay, and then minimum we're going to have, I'm going to jump to this pastel color here, light green 2. So we have that color, and that color. Now you can choose any of these colors, but the same range is good. Okay, so if you were going to go purple, the deep purple, the middle purple, and then the light purple. Okay, so I'll choose that one, and then we have a lovely color-coded map with our scale, so we can see which countries those light green ones have one person going. The middle ones have a few more people going, all the way up to, we've got 8 people going to the United Kingdom. So we can see here, we can analyze it straight away. We can see that the United Kingdom has by far the most people visiting with 8, and then you can see that the USA sits in the middle, being the second most popular destination to go to by St. Chris students. And then we can say other countries that St. Chris students are going to. Australia's a popular country, but people are also going to France and Italy and Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, for example. And you can name them all if you want to write a bit more analysis about your graph. I'm just going to press the X button here. And what you need to do is you click on this, you've got these 3 buttons up here, and you can go copy chart, and then go over to that Google Doc that you started with, and then you just go paste. And now, when you paste it, if you paste it unlinked, your graph will be fixed. Okay, it's not going to change, which is nice and safe. It means that, like, if you wrote a load of analysis and then the data changed, your analysis won't make sense to the map that's on the page. So paste unlinked would make sense there. However, if we paste it linked, when more people fill out the Google form, this one, that will update the spreadsheet, this one, and then it will update your map automatically. So there's pros and cons of doing both of those. If you want to be totally safe, paste unlinked. If you want to see your map update because you're going to revisit it, then you can link it to spreadsheet. So I'm just going to paste that in. And there we have our map. Okay. I think every map should have a border. So black. There we go. Okay. Right. Map analysis. That shouldn't be there, so I'm going to bring that down, bring it over to the right. Doesn't need analysis. Okay, and then you would write your analysis of how many people are going to which country. Okay, and then you have your Geo Map, and you can go back to the sheet. Where's my sheet? Yeah, this one. Sorry. You can go back to the sheet. We can pull that down to the side, and we could link up this column. So this is an extension. Link up this column. So I'm highlighting that one, and I'm going to highlight. I like this one. This one needs editing. So I'm going to highlight this one first. So how many people are going with you? So then we can go insert chart. Okay, geochart. Right, now we have a different number. So here we have the answer to that question. Look, we've highlighted both columns. So instead of having the number of people that are actually going to that country, we have how many people will be traveling, including yourself. So we have the maximum is 9 going to USA in one group. 8 going to United Kingdom, okay, 8 going to Italy, and we can actually see that line down there, Italy, 8 people going, there's only 3 people, the maximum going to Australia, so we have an entirely different data set represented on this map,